Hey guys, Jamiy today on Roblox. We're playing some more Pokemon Fighters EX. As you can see on screen right now, today we're going to be getting ourselves a shiny Shellos and whatever the evolved form is, I think like Gastrodon, which we're going to be getting the East and the West form done in this video. So yeah, but quickly before we do that, we want to make sure that there are people that have shiny Hooper in the game, which they don't, so summon that. We got a Shaman, which is right over here, I believe. Actually, is it? Yeah, there we go. So there's a Shaman that we just spawned in. Anyway, now let's start on the Shellosses. So I guess we'll do the East first, since that's closer to becoming finished. But yeah, I've got like a kind of little story, I guess, for today, which is it really sucks. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Just kind of minor. Plus, I was just being stupid, pretty much. So yeah, ended up injuring myself, or I guess both. I guess technically one of my foot, or one of my feet. So pretty much today I decided to go outside for, to go to the shop, pretty much just like get some energy drinks, which I got some rock stars, and just for something to eat, because obviously I was hungry, while I was just like AFK leveling. I think actually I was AFK leveling this Shellos right here, which is why it was level 98 and not 97. But pretty much what I ended up doing was, since my shoes are pretty new, they're kind of newish. Obviously, I don't go outside too often. The only times I really go outside is to go exercise and like run, which we have a treadmill in the garage, so I don't really have to walk very far for that. Other than that, it's not really that I need to go outside a lot. I mean, my job, I guess, right now is actually just to make YouTube videos, which also doesn't require me going out and about many places. But then, as I was walking, went to one shop, apparently it's closed down, don't know how long it's been closed down, so I ripped Tesco. Went to another place, which was just a little bit far up the road, which needs me to go through a graveyard, which apparently there's broken glass there, which I'll get into that in a second. So ended up going through there, didn't think nothing of it. Went to the shop, got my energy drinks, got the food that I wanted, started heading back, so I've got just carrying 2 carry bags, so both my hands are full. I thought I got a rock in my shoe, which just like a little pebble, so I was like, it doesn't really matter, I'll just deal with it when I get home, because obviously I don't want to stop with 2 carry bags just other side of the road, so I'll just wait until I get home and just like sort it out. Ended up getting home to find out that my foot is kind of in pain, which was my left foot, which had a blister on it, like I said, the pretty new shoe, so got a huge blister on my left foot. On my right foot low, which the pebble, or supposedly pebble, got into, wasn't a pebble, it was actually a shard of glass, which I'll continue the story in a second, but really quickly I want to show off the East form really quickly. So here is the Shellos, and then here is the Gastrodon, which is apparently invisible. Oh, there we go. So there's the Gastrodon. I'm pretty sure it's meant to have another evolution, or is it just because it's small, it looks like it's meant to... I think it's meant to be a lot bigger than this, but anyway. Let's go and get the shiny unlocked really quickly then, while I'm going to talk about this. Because I need to get level 30, I think. Yeah, level 30. So here is the shiny East Shellos, I believe this one is. But anyway, continue with the story. Go home, like I said, found out it actually wasn't a pebble, it was a shard of glass, which, I'm not gonna lie, my right foot, the right side of it, has been like, the shard of glass got, and just cut like pretty much all the right side of my foot open. It doesn't sound as bad as, it isn't as bad as it sounds, I guess is a better way to put it. It's only a pretty small shard of glass, which you'd think it would go into the side of the foot and cut it along the side, but actually got in on the very right side of the foot. It got in on the top side, just jammed it into my foot from the top of the shoe, and for somehow it managed to just like make a sliver of a cut all the way down my foot, which then wasn't really a big issue. So obviously that a little cut doesn't really matter. But then what happened there is, because like I said, they're pretty new shoes, so since they've rubbed and already caused my left foot to get a ton of blister, I guess one blister and like a couple of very small ones on my toes, which doesn't really matter. But the right foot, since it rubbed against it, it kind of tore the skin along all of my right foot. So my right foot is now really red raw, like a chunk of skin are just like being torn off my foot pretty much, so that was exciting. So yeah, kind of in agony, so probably not going to go outside for another few weeks, because screw that. I think I think not the last time I went outside, but I think like maybe a month or two ago I went outside, and like maybe 5 steps after I went outside, there's an anthill in my front yard, which I ended up stepping into the anthill and just got a ton of ants that kept biting me all day on me. So that was always great. So every time I go outside now, it seems like I'm gonna have something horrible happen to me, which is always great to happen. But yeah, but like I say, it's not really anything major. It's just kind of like a little minor. Since I went to college for I got killed. But pretty much because I went to college for health and social care, which is mostly to like go into the medical fields in like jobs, like for doctor, nursing home, stuff like that. My mum also works in a nursing home, and so does my mum's mum also works in a nursing home. So I just thought, I'll give it a try. I mean, there's always going to be like a job in the care industry, so I thought it'd be a pretty good way to like just keep in business. So also I went to college for that, so I already knew how to like clean up my foot, since it was a shard of glass. Also, it's probably from like a beer bottle, which was surprisingly in the graveyard, which not sure why, but ended up managing to clean it out under some hot water. Doesn't need stitches, like I said, it's just like ripped skin. So right now, just the right side of my leg, not my leg, my foot, just kind of red raw. There's like no skin on it hardly. It's just like red raw meat, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks. So can't exactly put anything on my foot, and surprisingly the shoe wasn't really damaged at all by the shard of glass. The sock got completely torn to shreds, which taking that thing off was a pain. Ended up cleaning under warm water, like making sure that there's no shards of glass actually in my foot, making sure that it's all sterile, because obviously if it's a beer bottle, there's most likely going to be dirt and, I guess, alcohol in it, which managed to clean all of that up, which, like I said, my mum works in the care industry as well, so just got equipment laying around so I can just clean that up. So not exactly that bad, but it's just like a little minor thing, which I'm not going to lie, pretty lucky, because it could have been a lot worse. Which, if it was a few pieces of a few shards of glass that got inside my shoe and just destroyed my foot, that could have been pretty serious. Especially because it didn't get infected. It's probably not going to get infected. I'm gonna make sure I look after it. So it's probably not going to get infected. So I'm kind of lucky about that. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty lucky when it comes to this thing, because I've never broken any bones in my body, which is surprising, because I would like to say it's because I'm not stupid. But that is a pretty big lie, because I've fallen down many stairs completely. I've fallen down concrete stairs, somehow not broken any of my bones. Like, I've done some very stupid stuff, and surprisingly I haven't broken a single bone in my body, and I'm hoping to keep it that way, as these guys are trying to kill me. I'm a very slow Pokemon. Can you please not? Please. I just want to get the shiny unlocked. I think we're gonna go somewhere else so we don't get found. He said don't kill, but he kills me anyway! What's the point of that? Okay, we've got to spawn in as again. I actually might need to find a new server, because all these guys are killing me apparently. Okay, let's go this way this time, to get away from everyone. Actually, I just realised my senses are probably way too high. They are. Okay, turn down to 3. But I'm trying to think of like all the worst thing that's happened to me. Maybe I'm trying to think, because obviously since I'm a pretty light dude, I don't weigh too much. I mean, kind of like average, I guess, like 6 foot. I don't even know how much I weighed. I haven't weighed myself in quite a while, but kind of like average. So when I fall down, obviously I don't have a lot of weight behind me to like do a lot of damage. Whereas my brother, on the other hand, is the kind of opposite of me. I think actually, I'm trying to think. My brother right now is 2 years younger than me. I'm 19. My brother's 17. He just started college last year, I think. Yeah, last year. But he is 6'7", something like that. 17. I think it's been like over 6. He's been taller than me for most of his freaking life. I think there's only like a couple of points where I was taller than him, which kind of sucks, because everyone thinks he's the older brother. In reality, I'm not. But he can grow facial hair, so I guess that's kind of okay as well. But since he's got the complete opposite of me, he's taller than me. Plus, he weighs a pretty good amount. So when I was in year 4, which I think is like 7 or 8, he would have been 5 or 6 in the playground of the of our primary school, which is like the first school you go to. He ended up falling over and pretty much just tripping over himself and just broke his arm completely. So that sucked. So I'm kind of glad that I don't have that much weight, so when I just fall over, it just doesn't completely just break my arms or break my bones, because that would suck. But other than that, I'm trying to think, like, this isn't that bad. I think the most, or the worst injuries that I've had is probably, I remember trying to think, in the same primary school, we got a new building introduced when I was like in year 5, which in our primary school in the UK, we have year 1 to 6 in primary school, and then go to year 7 to 11 or 12 in high school, and then go to college and then to uni. But in year 5, I remember when we got into our new school building that we got built, I remember scraping off all the right side of my face on a really rubbly area in the grounds, I guess, on the school. I managed to just trip over myself somehow. Didn't break any bones, so I was great, like I said, pretty lightweight, but scraped all the side of my face off. Same school, I think year 6 this time, so a year later, ended up dislocating all my, pretty much most of my toes, not all of them, but most of them, under a door, which these aren't ordinary doors, which I'll get into in a second, real quickly. Evolved the shiny into the Gastrodon, which looks pretty good. Actually, I just realised we also have the King Shellos as well. I forgot about that, but here is the shiny Gastrodon. Now we can go check out the normal West Shellos, I think, now. Wait, which one did we do? Okay, we're on to the West one, but okay, so there we go. I'm gonna wait until it's level up, but like I said, trapped my toes under a door, which isn't just like a normal wooden door. For some reason, the school decided to get metal plated doors, so the door's wood on the middle, but now they've just got like metal plates along the outside. I trapped both my feet, yeah, I guess all my toes under the door, which, because it's a metal plate, it's like, there's hardly any room under the door. Pretty much scraped off most of my toes' skin and dislocated them. Surprisingly enough, didn't rip off any toenails, because that would... and like pretty much ever since that moment, every time I'm barefoot and I open the door, I kind of cringe a little bit because of the fact that I don't want to happen again, because it is so painful. But didn't need to go to the hospital or anything like that. All I did was just snap them back into place. It kind of hurt, but I mean, it's just a little bit of dislocation. Plus, it's not like the worst thing, but that's probably like one of the worst things that's happened to me. Other than that, in year 7, which is in high school now, which I think I was 11 or 12, I managed to cut my thumb, which I don't think it'll focus, which is, you can see like there's a little like bump here. That's where I cut it with a glass shards somehow, and pretty much just like disfigured my thumb now. So obviously that's been like that since I was 11 or 12, and like 7 years ago now, which really sucked. Which just like a disformity, which doesn't really exactly matter. Obviously there are a lot worse ones, so I can't exactly complain. Although it does suck, because apparently it's got air trapped under it now from how the hospital kind of bandaged it up and like stitched it up. They did a good job, but for some reason like, there's air trapped under it, so it's like a little bubble under it. So I think that's been like that now for 7 years. I needed to go back to the hospital to like get it re-cut open for them to redo it back, and so for there to be no bubble. But it's not causing me any problems. Just kind of like a little bit more fleshy, I guess, which, like I said, doesn't really affect me too much. I mean, I'm mostly right-handed. The only I can write my left hand. Like I'm kind of, is it ambidextrous? I don't exactly know the word, but I can use both my hands, which, I mean, I'm right-handed anyway, so that doesn't really impact me too much. Other than that, I think those are it. I don't exactly remember anything worse happening other than that. I think that's pretty much like the worst things I've had happen. Like I said, no broken bones, so I'm pretty lucky, I guess. Hoping to keep it that way. But, yeah, but I don't exactly think I'll be walking or running anytime soon. I'm probably gonna have to like take a week off, because usually, if you don't know, I like to do exercise. I like to go running like once every day or two now, because like I said, I got the treadmill, which right now my foot, since it's kind of screwed up, can't exactly put too much weight on it. I can walk on it fine, but running or like fast movements just like completely hurt so much. So yeah, after that I'm done recording tonight, probably gonna try and go clean it again to like make sure there's nothing in it again, just like double check under some warm water, which I'm not gonna lie, if you have a cut and you put it under warm water, oh gosh, it freaking hurts and stings so much, but gotta make sure it's clean, so obviously. But yeah, that happened to me this weekend. I hate going outside. Like pretty much every single time I go outside, something like this happens all the time. Like, I thought it was just a pebble. I'll say, like maybe like 2 minutes away from my house, so I didn't want to just stop and put the bags down in the freaking middle of the road and just to like take my shoe off and freaking empty it. And I thought, yeah, I'll just wait literally 2 minutes. Nope, just like completely tore my foot to shreds, which was great. I didn't even realize it at the moment. I knew I had a blister because like, that was hurting the most, but I didn't really like feel the cut until I took off my my shoe and I had to try and peel off my sock, which was not a pleasant feeling at all. So that really sucks. But anyway, let's have a quick look at the shell loss lens since we're going to be able to level it up. But yeah, that's my. No, so this happened yesterday when this was going up, so it should be healed in like maybe a couple of days, maybe a week at max, I'm hoping at least, so hopefully that is the case. But anyway, here's the West Shells, which is the pink version, and then now we can go check out the Gastrodon West version, which also is pink, so there we go. So now let's go and try and get the shiny unlocked. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, kinda sucks because it still kind of hurts, but I mean, like I say, it's not like the worst thing that could happen, so just kind of lucky that I didn't get infected or anything like that, because it could have been a lot worse. But anyway, here is the shiny Shellos, which I'm not even sure how much changed about it. It looks like it got a little bit lighter, I think. Maybe that's it. But anyway, because now we just need to level up to 30, and I guess that'll be the end of the video. I'll be back in a second. Okay, and we are back, Clint. So we managed to get the shiny Shellos up to the level 30, so now we can evolve it. As you can see, I'm in the water portal because people found me and just kept killing me, so it took me a while to level up. But anyway, here is the shiny Gastrodon, which I don't think it really changed too much, but I mean, we got it, so there we go. Anyway, because people are probably going to ask what the King Shellos is since I mentioned it earlier on, I guess I'll quickly show this off as well, since apparently you can only get this one from ugly posts or posts spawning it in for you. So here is the King Shellos as I quickly try and get out of the water so I can show it off really quickly, but it's pretty much like a Shellos with a crown, and it's just got like a rainbow pattern on it, just like just changes color every time. If we're going to King Gastrodon, I believe it's the same, just like a Gastrodon with like a, I think this is the vampire cape cloak from Roblox hats. King's crown on it again and changes colour. So that is the King Shells and Gastrodon, if anyone was wondering. Anyway, I'll leave it off there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a comment if you see more Pokemon Fighters EX or any other games on Roblox. And like always, I'll see you guys next time.